Hey everybody, it's Tom. It is Thursday morning, 11 a.m. on the East Coast, 8 a.m. on the West Coast, which is when these guys are playing. So get yourself a coffee and a bagel, I guess, out there and play your strat game. It's a SSFA semifinal between Dennis's undefeated 16-0 Seattle Seahawks and the LA Rams, led by Patrick Mahomes and the great Gus Edwards card. We're 11-5, but these two teams are much closer in talent than those records indicate. Dennis would be the first one to tell you didn't feel like this was quite a undefeated type of team. It's had more dominant teams, but they got the job done. Short pass, Cooper Kupp, defense blitzing a couple, double teaming elsewhere. It's 1st and 10. And there's a sack by Eric Harris on the safety blitz. Josh Adams is zero running back. And the pass blocking is not great for this LA Rams team. Nathan counters that by running the ball well with Gus Edwards. I don't even know if my broadcast is going. It does say live. Looks like we're good to go. I just share my screen. That could have been a disaster. All right, so we just had a disastrous crash here at the very beginning of the broadcast. And everything is all over the place right now with this StreamYard. But I know that Dennis had a sack. I'm trying to share my screen. I got 3rd and 24. I got white stuff on the top of my STRAT game. I don't know what's going on here. This is the sack, 2nd and 24. So they think converted from 2nd and 18. You got the 3rd and 10, and then he converted. But here, Ryan Anderson came with a sack. 4 and 11. Short pass, Cooper Kupp, even double teaming elsewhere. 2 blitzes on. Sniper scope, so no safety blitz that time. Incomplete on the receiver guest right to Cooper Kupp. Sets up a 3rd down and 24. I'm going to turn the animation back on. And really, this StreamYard's giving me a hard time today. But I'm not muted. My screen is being shared. There's a broadcast going. If anyone is out there in TV land or internet land listening to this, by all means, let me know if I'm coming through loud and clear. 3rd and 24 for the Rams at their own 24. Flat pass left. Adam Thielen. Dennis drops 2 into the long pass zone. White die 6, complete for 20 yards to Thielen, which would not be a 1st down, but sets up an interesting 4th and 4 for the Rams at their own 44. But it's the first quarter opening possession. Dennis doesn't have, I know he's undefeated, but doesn't have like an unstoppable offense in terms of personnel. So you think that you would punt it here, but you never know. Certainly helps with the field position. Nathan's going to think about it. This is opening drive. There was a linebacker there. That was a straight flat pass on 3rd and 24. White die 6, but Nathan will punt it. It's just probably the right move with Brett Kern. Nathan's still thinking about it. Maybe he's going to call timeout and change his mind. No, he's going to punt it. And it's a good punt, maybe a little too good. It goes down to about the goal line, it looks like, where certainly Dennis will let it bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Hard to play animation and sometimes in a Dennis game because he coaches so quickly. I'll try to keep up. 1st and 10 for the Seahawks after the touchback. At their own 20, undefeated club. Russell Wilson in almost every league is Dennis's quarterback. So you have Frank Gore back out district, the blocking back. Off tackle to Gore. Defensive tackle +5, +36. He's a 5 and makes the play. Deshaun Hand, talk to the hand at 2nd and 5. Will Fuller wide receiver left. Doug Baldwin wide receiver right. Dennis always gets these like Emma left to Frank Gore. Defensive end is a 5. If it's Avante guard 8 or 3, he's a 5, but cannot make the block. That was Kelechi Osemele, who's only a 5, White die 6, so it's 3rd and 2. That's against these dinged up receivers who have good cards. Except for Tyreek Hill, of course, who was always not dinged up. It's interesting the receivers you get. So there's a lot of big play guys, but usually like the second level guy, not the guy I think of like the Julio Jones type. But it works out great for him. Linebacker Frank Gore. Team that gets his run, no gain on Gore's card. Not the best guess right card. Gore's been in Dennis' team the entirety of this league, I believe. Like 12, 15 years or something like that. So Dennis, no doubt about it, will punt it on 4th and 2 from his own 28. It's a 47-yard punt. That'll be down around the 25. Looks like it's going to bounce. It takes a Seahawk bounce for about another 5 yards. 52-yard net. So Nathan is rewarded for his decision to punt it. And he's got 1st and 10 his own 20. Flat pass left, Jared Cook. That's wrong. Receiver 6 plus 10. Cook's got the max on flat pass wrong. 9 only incomplete. And double-digit yardage on all but 2 units. So that's a nice card to get if you get the flat pass wrong. Look at Mahomes' yardage, flat pass wrong. 6 plus 13, 7 plus 12. That's very nice. Short pass to Adam Thielen. Defense double teaming elsewhere. There's a blitz on. Mahomes is going to go down again. It's a sack by Danico Autry. That's the 3rd sack for the Seahawks today. And that's what you have to do against this team. I was very fortunate. I had 11 sacks against Nathan in the regular season. I was very lucky in that game. And I won the game. You better win the game if you get 11 sacks. But Dennis went to a good start with it now. And you're going to have to do that against his club. He's too talented with Mahomes. We haven't even seen Gus Edwards yet. Short pass to Jared Cook. Defense double team elsewhere. Mahomes completes it for 11 yards. Sets up a 3rd down and 3. At the Rams, they're at their own 37. We're almost midway through the first quarter. It's kind of a weird Thursday morning game to see who's going to make the Super Bowl, but that's what we have. Also explains why no one's watching the game. It's on a Thursday morning. Short pass, Cooper Kupp, even against his run, showing blitz. Defender X long gain. He's a 5. Nathan's at white die 6, 1 in 3 chance. He does not get it. It's a 5 on a 5. Jonathan Joseph. And that's where the animation allows a little more drama in the result. 4th and 3. So we got punts here. The first 3 possessions for these two clubs. It's a 53-yard punt by Brett Kern. That's down around the 10 for Dwayne Harris. Looks like he'll field it. No, Full calls for a fair catch. And Dennis takes over. 1st and 10 from his own 10. Midway through the first quarter. 7:48. When he makes the Super Bowl. Everyone left to Frank Gore. Even guesses correctly. Offensive on to them. +9 and +4. That'll be Kyle Juszczyk. Animation that's just going the other way. So I'm not sure how that works in Stratomatic land. But it's a 9-yard block. And it's 2nd down and 1. Very few good blocking backs in the next year set, apparently. We had an interview with Glenn Guzzo the other day. Flat pass right, Eric Ebron. Glenn Guzzo guessed incorrectly. Defender X +2 +5. Trey Boston, the strong City 5, makes the play. But it's a 2-yard pickup, so 1st down for the Seahawks at their own 21. Flat pass left to Gore. Nathan's got outside linebacker zeros. Defender X +2 or +8. That zero is not going to make the play. He doesn't make any of the plays. That's Elijah Lee. I believe it's a 0-8. I think I had him in the fall. 2nd and 2. Off tackle left to Frank Gore. Defense calls pass. Defensive tackle +2 or +6. 2-yard pickup. But Dennis had a couple of guess wrong opportunities here where he's only gotten a couple of yards. So, it doesn't really have it humming yet on offense. Looking past Eric Ebron. Defense gets incorrectly. That'll be snake eyes on Russell's card. -1 is incomplete. I'll turn my game volume down a little bit. A little too loud even for me, who likes the yelling. And there's Jay Villing is listening. Okay. We got a long pass to Will Fuller. Gets it correctly. Defensive back in the zone. I think he's a 6, though. And he is a 6. Kevin Byard, of course. He's a 6 wide die 5-6 for the 2nd year in a row. Nathan said he was pleasantly pleased by that. I think we did a rating show last week for the Samifa family of leagues. Nathan and I spent a lot of time on that show. Shooting the breeze. And then we did the show with Glenn the other day. 3rd and 10 for the Seahawks at their own 31, 4:48 to go. Blocking back formation with Frank Gore. Dennis does a fair amount of draw plays. Normally goes 3 wide, doesn't like to go up the automatic double-double. These guys are 4s, I think, against the run. Nathan told me to make sure I give plenty of airtime to Sharif Finch, the left outside linebacker. No relation to Atticus. I probably used that line before. Short pass Frank Gore. Defense double teaming us for only 3 minutes zone. And completed Russell's guard for 12 yards and a first down. The clutch Russell Wilson, of course. Dennis has made, I think, at least 4 straight Super Bowls in this league. I think he won the first and lost the next 3. Or has he made 5 straight? I'm not sure. It's something like that. And Dennis, I think, said he lost. I think Dennis may have made 5 straight. Maybe Jake looked it up and texted me. Short pass Doug Baldwin. Must run. Guess correctly. 21 yards for Russell Wilson. He takes off up the seam. No stepping out of bounds in that, of course. And a 21-yard gain gets him down to the Lele Ram 36, 3:36 to go. Short pass Doug Baldwin gets in correctly. Play action is complete for 15 yards in the first down to the 21. And that's what Dennis likes to do. When he gets hot, he starts calling the plays quickly. Got the 20-yard run. You got the short pass right after it. And as I say that, of course, he takes an extra second on this play. For him, he's still fast. Short pass Doug Baldwin got strong. 3 men there. Defender makes a short gain. That's a 5 defender. And it's incomplete. Denzel Ward, the rookie, 5, makes the play. If I'd woken up on time, I'd have drafted him. Woke up 12 minutes after the draft started with 3 first-round picks. That's not good. Short pass Doug Baldwin, 3 men there. Defense guesses correctly. Defender makes a short gain. It's complete. 11 yards on a first down. That time, Trey Boston can't make the play. So these 5s in the secondary and the free safety 6 have been tested a lot early here in the first quarter by the Seahawks. And that time, Denzel Ward again was found lacking. In general, these guys have made the plays. They won't make every play. They should only make 2 out of 3, even though we all seem to get upset when our 5 doesn't make the play down the field. Short pass right is incomplete on an 8. Second down and 10. Defense showing blitz. Dennis, I think, has very good pass blocking on this team like he usually does. Frank Gore still in there. Mike Davis, your second half back. Short pass Will Fuller, no blitz coming. 3 men there. Fuller covered by 5. Must run for Russell. Takes it down to the 9 and slides at the 1-yard line. What's he sliding for? I guess he didn't slide. Okay. He's tackled at the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 1. 1:12 to go in the first quarter. Seahawks, Rams. Full house backfield. Mike Davis and Malcolm Brown. Malcolm Brown, your running backs. Nathan does have the safety 6-6 and brings him up. Linebacker Russell Wilson blocking back plus 2 or 0. Wilson on the quarterback sneak. Carl Juszczyk created the room. Touchdown, Seahawks, 6-0. And Harrison Butker comes out for the extra point, and it's good. With only 54 seconds to go in the first quarter. And Nathan got the 12 to start the game, so a nice first quarter so far for Seattle. We had a couple of punts back and forth, and then the long touchdown drive. And here's the kick, but Butker goes down to the 3-yard line. Tyler Irvin brings it up 28 yards up to the 31. And here comes the Rams. Here come the Rams. Josh Adams has been the running back so far. He's saving those Gus Edwards carries. Adams did a lot of good work for the Rams this year. He's got a very good off-tackle card. Unfortunately, the offensive tackles are zeros here. Off tackle right for Josh Adams. Linebacker zone plus 2 or plus 6. One guy there. It is a 2-yard gain. Dennis plays a 4-3. He's been getting a lot of pass and blitzing into the off-tackle zones. And mixing in some safety blitzing and some double teaming. Off tackle right, Adams this time gets wrong. Nobody there. Dreaded 5. No gain for Adams. He's got a fine card there. 1, 4, 9, 13, 14 units of short gain or better. Then you got another plus 6, plus 7, plus 9. Some other good things to shoot for. So it's a pretty good card off tackle wrong. 3rd down and 8 now for the Rams. Gus Edwards checks in. 3 wide, 1 halfback, keeping the off tackle in play. Nathan likes to run the draw with Gus from the 3 wide. But Bobby Wagner is, I believe, 66. And we left Patrick Mahomes, nobody there. White guy's a problem. But 12 yards with the box is not a problem. Mahomes looks to the right, takes off to the left. The defense, nobody there. Gains 22 yards across midfield on 3rd and 8. Oh, the sneaky end run quarterback, 3rd and 8 from the 3 wide. White tie penalty in effect. Denison says, I'm not worried about a white tie penalty. I want a roll of defensive card penalty. Flat pass left to Adam Thielen, complete for 5, and Mahomes hustling to the line of scrimmage after that 22-yard run. And the Rams are in business. They have the Seahawks 40, 2nd and 5. Then it shows blitz. So I'm talking right, Josh Adams. Defense guesses correctly. 8 on the defense's card is 10 yards to the first down. Rams on the march. These two coaches have played some high-scoring games in the past. And when Nathan's good, he tends to have a lot of explosive offensive personnel. onside guard +4 +0. On the off tackle of Josh Adams, Austin Blythe is a 5. He's the best of the down linemen for the Rams in run blocking. George Kittle is a tight end 6. 2nd and 6, 4-3 blitz again by Dennis. That's Eric Harris is the free safety. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, 1 running back. I look, Gus Edwards gets wrong. Boxing play. Short game for the Gus Bus is 14 yards and a first down for the Seahawks, for the Rams rather, at the Seahawks 12-yard line. So this one's looking good so far. Short pass, George Kittle, even showing blitz and not blitz. Dump off complete for 4 yards to Cooper Kupp, it looks like. His first catch of the game. Makes it a 2nd and 6 for the Rams and the Seahawks 8. Full house backfield. Gus Edwards, Trey Madden will bump up to a 6, and Josh Adams. Bobby Wagner is that middle linebacker 66, so that's an issue for the Rams to think about. Defense showing blitz. Short pass, George Kittle. The blitz is on, but Mahomes threads the needle. 11 yards touchdown to Kittle. You don't get the bump. It was a 4 and a 7, 1-35 sack. Don't get the bump for the extra linebackers. But Dennis said it's worth the shot. I agree there. It's 7-6. Nathan looks like he's thinking about 2. There's a bit of a moment here, bit of a pause. And he's going for 2, down 7-6, trying to take that 8-7 lead. Maybe bring in the closer to shut things down. Full house backfield. Marlon Mack in there instead of Josh Adams, who's not the best on right, meaning Josh Adams. Mahomes 8 of 10, 76 yards, 1 touchdown. Boy, he's going to be such a great weapon for all the coaches who have him in all the leagues for all the years. Best young quarterback we've seen in decades. Full house, 1st and goal from the 2. 4-3 blitz being shown. Short pass, Adam Thielen. Defense gets it wrong. There are 4 men there. Receiver complete for 11 yards, but he only needed 2. 2-point conversion successful, and the Rams take an 8-7 lead over the Hawks early 2nd quarter. The kick goes deep into the end zone. Almost certainly will be a touchback to Dwayne Harris. And it is. Mike Davis will, it's unlimited in the second half, so this is probably just a strat thing. Yeah, it's just a visual thing. Error, if you will, with a pre-selection recommendation. Frank Gore is back in there. And we're left to Frank Gore. Defense gets it incorrectly. Boxing play. Blocking back +3 and -3. Kyle Juszczyk. Strat needs to work that animation on the Emerald left blocking back. As Juszczyk running to the right side of the formation. Maybe preventing the linebacker from the weak side coming through the backfield. Who knows? 2nd and 7 for Seattle at their own 28. My eyesight is not as good as it was like 20 years ago. Linebacker to Frank Gore, blocking back +3. Well, Kyle Juszczyk making a difference on this possession. That would have been only 2 yards. Instead, it's 6 yards if you combine the 2 plays. And the Hawks have 3rd and 4 at their own 31, but it will be all for naught if they can't convert here. They trail by 1, 8-7. Early 2nd quarter. And we're left to Gore. Defense gets it incorrectly. 11 is 6 yards on a first down on Frank the Tank's guard. 8 carries, 31 yards for the veteran. Now on the Jets. This is his Buffalo card, I believe. Miami card. I think this one is the Buffalo next year. He's making his way through the AFC East. Linebacker to Gore. Short gain guessed incorrectly. 17 yards on a first down. I had a friend who was a little new to strat many years ago. He was like, short gain. Isn't it, should that only be 2 or 3 yards? They probably should change the language. When you watch NFL, you say, oh, just for a short gain. You're not thinking a 17-yard run. Flat pass left, Frank Gore. Defense guessing pass, but blitzing everyone. There's nobody there. Gore catches the screen pass for 7 yards. And the Seahawks are at the Ram 39. And that does such a great job. Nathan was talking about it. We were talking last week during the show. Looking best, Frank Gore guessed incorrectly. Linebackers a 4. Can't make the play. Snake guys +20 on the short gain. Linebacker in zone next for short gain. That was Miles Jack. What's up, Jack? You could make the play. 20-yard pickup. 1st and 10 for the Hawks at the Ram 19. 6:54 to go. Linebacker Frank Gore guessed correctly 1 yard. Makes it 2nd and 9. And Nathan was saying Dennis does probably the best job of balancing run and pass out of anyone that he knows. And that's probably true. 2nd and 9 for the Hawks. Short pass, Kyle Juszczyk gets incorrectly. 3 men in the zone. Defender extra short gain. He's a 0. 14 yards. Dennis hitting the flats, picking on the receivers, making the good calls. He's got Nathan off balance. And as a result, he's got first and goal at the 4. 5:42 to go in the first half. The Hawks looking to make an unbelievable 4th or 5th straight Super Bowl appearance in this league. And run left, +4 touchdown. Frank Gore, 13-18. Dennis will probably go for 2. He's not shy. He doesn't like trailing. He doesn't like leading by at least 6 because of Nathan getting one over on him with the 2-point conversion. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to go for 2. I got to call that a bit of an ego check. Ego, you know what I'm saying. Full house. Mike Davis, the third guy with Malcolm Brown. Show up as a Baldwin Foreman there. Gets incorrectly. Show up as Foreman wrong for the 2. Well, delay of game. Interception split is incomplete. So Dennis does not get the conversion and leads only 13-8. So we'll have some unusual scoring possibly. Well, they're not really. If it gets a touchdown, because 20, we'll see what happens. Kick goes 8 yards deep into the end zone for Desmond King, who downs it. And the Rams take over 1st and 10, their own 25. They trail 13-8. You're getting a quick game with some good offense here. And that happens a lot when these two guys get together. And when Nathan has a good team. Nathan always has a very good team or a very bad team. Almost never in the middle. Flat pass right to Josh Adams. Receiver gets right, incomplete. He's basically either rebuilding or he's competing at a high level. And this is a competing at a high level season. And you'll see a lot of that with Patrick Mahomes as a quarterback. That's for sure. In SSFA coming years. Long pass right. Kerry Kittle. The blitz is shown. I don't know if it was on or not. Incomplete on Mahomes caught in the 7. Nathan says, come on, let it give Mahomes 7 long gain. I'll 84 Marino. And others. Warren Moon had it. Jeff George, most controversially, had it. Jim Everett had it in the late 80s, early 90s. 3rd and 10 for the Rams. I think somebody had one in the last year. Did Matt Ryan get one? Somebody had one in the last couple of years. Philip Rivers, maybe? 3rd and 10. Rams at their own 25. They trail 13-8. 3 wide, 1 halfback. Marquise Goodwin, your third receiver. Nathan likes having a decent third receiver better than most. Short pass to Marcus Goodwin, the Free City Blitz, and here comes the Blitzers. Down goes Mahomes. Matt Judon with the sack, 4 and a 10, 1-45, and that was precipitated by the free safety blitz with extra linebackers. That is 4th and 19. And Brent Kern on for the punt again. I believe that's the 4th sack for Seattle. It's a 53-yard punt. Plus 16 is 69, so down to the 31, I believe. Fair catch, yes, at the 31-yard line for the Seahawks. Dwayne Harris with the fair catch. And Dennis has the lead, 13-8, and the ball. 4:12 to go first half. He left to use up that clock and get into scoring range. Flat pass left to Frank Gore, complete for 7 yards, guessed correctly. And Dennis said, talking during the season about whether he would go 16-0. It doesn't look like a 16-0 team. Doesn't have the talent of a normally dominant team. The might go 16-0. They look pretty good here. Pretty unstoppable on offense. Outside of that first drive, Lionel Frank Gore, successful run key. Nathan says, "I'll put a stop to that." -1, and it's 3rd and 4. Big 3rd down here. Nathan says, "I got to get a stop. Got to get a stop here. Got to call this play correctly." Dennis would say, you need the perfect call. Or the perfect roll. Bad for the other guy. 3rd and 4. Blocking back 1 halfback. Frank Gore has been the man. Short pass Doug Baldwin. Defense double teaming elsewhere. 3 men there. Must run very much in play for Russell Wilson. And doesn't need it. 3 is 13 yards in completion from Russell to Baldwin. Dennis likes to see that combination in Stratomatic and in the NFL when Baldwin was playing for his favorite Seahawks. Off tackle right to Frank Gore. Gets incorrectly dreaded 5. No gain. 2nd and 10. 2:42 to go. 2:06 to go, rather, now. Gore still in there. And he will be probably for the rest of the half. And for left to go, defense gets it correctly, but 9 is 5 yards for Gore. He's having a pretty decent game. 14 carries, 56 yards, only 4.1. But he's had a couple of pretty good rolls of the end run right. He had the 17 right at the middle, so he's being effective. 3rd and 5 for the Seahawks. 2-minute warning at the Ram 45. Now, here we know. Dennis is considering his 4-down territory. Will he run it to try and break containment? Will he throw flat to try to break containment or get the first down? knowing that if he doesn't get it, he might go for the fourth down anyway. But Nathan knows that. Short pass, Will Fuller. Nathan gets his run incorrectly, 35. Receiver gets wrong, plus 16 and a first down. Down to the 29-yard line. I did the same thing against Dan in my playoff game on Monday. I called run on 3rd and 5, and he's like, thank you very much. I'll throw a pass, and he completed it very easily. Linebacker to Frank Gore. Defense gets his run. No gain. 2nd and 10. There's always the cat and mouse. 2nd and 10 for the Seahawks at the Ram 29. 1:22 to go. Dennis, I think, does a better job than anyone of closing out these halves with touchdowns in situations like this where the rest of us seem to always be getting field goals. Linebacker to Frank Gore. Defense goes incorrectly. Snake eyes, plus 23 for Frank the Tank, all the way down to the Rams 6-yard line. And now he's certainly thinking touchdown. As scores up to 80 yards and 16 carries. And the defense calls a timeout to try to get Patrick Mahomes time to do something after this Seattle possession. 1st and goal from the 6. Full left backfield. Linebacker Malcolm Brown, 5, no gain. Dennis happy to make Nathan burn a timeout there and hopefully get closer to the end zone. Malcolm's got some positive yardage up and down that column. That's 3 plus 2 plus, it's got some zeros too, but it's certainly a very reasonable card to run up the middle with in that situation. 2nd and goal for the 6. Full loss again. Short pass, Doug Baldwin. He was double teaming elsewhere. And receiver plus 13, touchdown for the Angry Bird or Angry Doug, whatever the hell he's called. Angry Doug, I think it was. And it's 19-8. See if Dennis goes for 1 here. I would go for 1 here. Make it 20-8. Because if you don't, then you're technically leading only 3 scores. Dennis wants to go for 2. I know he does not. I know that. Do any of you ever look at that chart? I don't even know what it looks like. The 2-point chart. But he's going to go for 2. I thought he would go for 2. I would have gone for the 1. He's going to go for the 2. Might regret this later on. We'll see. Full backfield. Now, these carries don't count against your limit, so Mike Davis is very much in play here. As is a pass, Doug Baldwin's been having an excellent game. 4 catches, 44 yards. Don't tackle left to Malcolm Brown. Defense gets incorrectly. Offensive onside tackle, 8-3. 2-point conversion. Then it says, that's why I'm 16-0, Tom. And you're just sitting at home calling the game. 21-8 Seattle. Touchback for the Hawks on the kickoff. And you don't want to count anybody out. Nathan's got Patrick Mahomes. Nathan's a very good coach. He's got plenty of firepower on this team. And I think he gets the kick. No, Dennis gets the kick to start the second half. But I feel like Nathan's got to get it going here pretty soon because Dennis is out is meaning business here today. Looking past George Kittle, incomplete. Dennis, I don't want to lose all these Super Bowls. I'm looking to win one, and he would win it in spectacular fashion, going 19-0, first time ever in some SSFA. The time ever last year was 16-0. Let me show you how to do it. You don't lose in the first round. You go to the Super Bowl. What are you doing? 2nd and 10 for the Rams at their own 25. 45 seconds left in the half. They have 1 timeout. Wallen Mack's your running back. He's got a couple of big gains on the card. On the edges, as Dennis likes to say. Off tackle right to Mack. No linebackers there. And 7 is plus 3. Nathan was looking for a 2 or 3, or he would have taken that 6 for a short gain. 3rd and 7. And Dennis going for the jugular. He calls timeout. Make you punt it to Dwayne Harris with his snake eyes touchdown. And Nathan says, seriously? You're going to call timeout on me when I'm losing already? All right. See if he gets a conversion here. Dennis might regret that timeout. But Dennis always plays aggressively and should have confidence in himself, which he seems to. Long pass Cooper Kupp. Only one guy there. Picked off 2 to 6, 11 and 12. Intercepted by probably the free safety. That'll be plus 30 at the 42-yard line for the Hawks. He's going to run it back. He's across the 50 and tackled at about the 48. It was Jonathan Joseph, the veteran corner, and I do mean veteran, with the interception and 10-yard return. Mahomes looking for Kupp. 30 seconds left. Long pass, Will Fuller. Receiver gets right, incomplete. The rapid-fire play calling. And I could have easily missed that play, but thankfully Wilson missed the pass, so I didn't miss anything. 2nd and 10 for the Hawks at the Ram, 48, 20 seconds left. Aaron left to Russell Wilson. Defense goes correctly. Russell thrown for a 7-yard loss. And taking his time about it. And the defense takes a timeout. I'm not sure what that's about. He's got no timeouts left. It's 3rd and 17. Dennis can run the ball. I guess you get one shot at Hail Mary. Blocking back, head back, pistol with Gore. Then I think Dennis will run it here. I'd be surprised if he doesn't. Probably with Gore, maybe off tackle. Maybe Evan Russell, but I don't know. I don't think it's a waste. Well, not if it's a waste, but. And we're left to Russell. He gets to run. Short gain, 14 yards. The 6 was back there, so it would not have got a first down anyway. And I forget the rule of how many yards gets taken away, but no yards taken away there. 14-yard run gives him a 4th and 3 at the Ram 41 with one timeout left. See, I don't like Nathan having called the previous timeout. Best case scenario, you're getting a Hail Mary. Now instead, you're giving Dennis a chance, to pick up 8 or 9 yards and try a field goal. So 4th and 3 for the Hawks at the Ram 41. 8 seconds left. So it's the last play before a potential field goal. And even Bucker, I'm not sure what he is. Not great, I think, 33 and on. I could be wrong. He might be in the 2 to 6 category. I don't know. Maybe if only Michael Reeves was listening, he might be working. He's my research guy during the shows. 4th and 3, blocking back, halfback, Frank Gore. Dennis would I don't know what Bucker is off the top of my head. So I'd like to get 10 yards or so. Get it to good field goal range. Needs at least 4 to get any kind of field goal range. And we're left Frank Gore. He gets the pass. Gore gains 6 yards. We get him to the 35, and I'm sure we'll see Butker come out for a 52-yard attempt, which is easier to make in the NFL than it is the Strat. It might be 2 to 6 or something, or 2 to 5 and 10 or something. And the kick is up and looks good so far, and a sudden gust of wind. That horrible Strat animation where the kick just dies at about the 5-yard line. And it was no good, and I can't even see what it was. Attempting field goal rolled 6. Variable field goal roll attempt modified by 4. Possibly the wrong direction. And there will be no halftime break. These men are well-conditioned, these athletes. And they're right back at it. 21-8. And Dennis gets the ball. We're not seeing the Strat choosing not to show us the kickoff. Unsuitable for a younger audience. But Dennis has it at his own 32. 21-8. Seahawks. If he scores if he gets a touchdown this drive, boy. I mean, he's already feeling good. His play calling has been outstanding. So Nathan off balance all game. Only the punt in his first possession. And now you got Mike Davis to deal with. As if Frank Gore wasn't bad enough. Off tackle, Mike Davis gets wrong. Short gain, 12 yards. Dennis does work with this Mike Davis guard. Proceed at your own risk when you're trying to defend against this rushing card in the hands of Dennis Crowley. 1st and 10, Seattle, their own 44. Off tackle right to Davis. Defense gets his run. Offensive onside guard, 5-0. Michael Schofield, the Schofield kid, could not make the block. 2nd and 10. That's from Unforgiven. Short pass, Kyle Juszczyk. Defense gets his run. Defender to short gain. These outside linebackers out of their element when it comes to actually playing football, as they're both zeros. Without a lot else to offer, but Nathan put the team together, put some pieces together a little more cheaply. Was going to go dime 4-1-6 at times. Short pass, Kyle Juszczyk intercepted 2-4, or complete for 12 yards on a first down. Sharif Finch in coverage again, struggling. But Nathan's here in the semifinals, and he's done a really nice job with his team, and he hasn't mortgaged the future. So it's good. Looking back to Mike Davis gets wrong. Nobody there on the old double team, dropping back with the linebacker to double team the tight end. And Russell hits Davis for 8 yards. 2nd and 2 at the Ram 19-yard line. It's so fast. 17 yards, 12 yards, 8 yards, 12 yards, and there you go. Off tackle right to Mike Davis. Defense calls run. Michael Schofield again being asked to block, which is not his forte. Unfortunately, he is an offensive lineman. 3rd and 2 for the Seahawks. He's only at 4. Could not make the block. At the Ram 19, 11:06 to go. We're in the red zone. Blocking back, halfback pistol formation. Mike Davis not going to run around that anyway. Show up as Will Fuller. Defense against his run. 3 men there. 10 is complete for Russell Wilson. 15 yards and a first down. Dennis is really doing a great job with the play calling. And Russell is sharp. 16 of 21, 183 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Fuller 2 for 31. 1st and goal to 4. Full house backfield. Davis and Brown in there. Juszczyk laying the blocks. Linebacker Brown, 8+2. And the Seahawks are 2 yards away from the end zone and a 27-8 lead. And I bet you Dennis might go for 2 again if he gets it to make it a 29-8 lead, which would be an even 3 touchdowns with extra points. 9:54 to go, third quarter. Sometimes you can only marvel at Mr. Crowley's success. Linebacker Malcolm Brown, offensive center +6 and +1. He's bumped up with the full house. It's Max Unger bumped up to a 6. Touchdown Hawks, 27-8. No hesitation. Goes for the 2-point conversion. Tight end offense. I've not seen this from Crowley this year with Jeff Hoyerman over there on the left side. Not sure why he would go with that, actually. Short pass Eric Ebron is incomplete, so no 2-pointer that time. 27-8, it's a 19-point game. Technically 3 scores for the Rams to tie it. They get two touchdowns with 2-point conversions and a field goal. But right now, Nathan said, let me get 1 score first, preferably a touchdown, because I gotta get back on the rails here. Down 27-8. The offense has not played badly at times. Linebacker Gus Edwards, defense gussing pass, 5-yard game for Gus. Gus a little bit to do off tackle, but Dennis is defending that off tackle. 13 unfatigued for Gus. Off tackle left for Gus. Offensive onside end, 7-2. Jared Cook is in there for the receiving, not the blocking. He's a 0. 2-yard gain, 3rd and 3. And we're already in the middle of the third quarter. 8:24 to go. This game kicked off at 11:05 Eastern, 35 minutes in. I'd be in the early second quarter. Off tackle right to Gus Edwards, defense pass. Dreaded 5+1. Nathan's played in a lot of big games. He's been a lot of semifinal games or playoff games against really good teams. I'm sure he wished he had a couple more Super Bowl appearances in these leagues. 4th and 2. He did win was it the STRAT 28 Super Bowl the first year, the second year? He's definitely won some Super Bowls. Off tackle right to Gus Edwards. Even gets his run. Short gain on that 7-9 short gain. That is the admiration of STRAT owners everywhere, as a cause of admiration for STRAT owners anywhere. 12-yard run for Gus. His first short gain of the game. 5 carries, 34 yards. 1st and 10. Off tackle right to Gus. Even gets the pass. Offensive onside guard. He's a 5. So he lays the wood. Austin Blythe. 2nd and 5 at midfield. Nathan running through some Gus Edwards carries, though. Long pass, George Kittle gets wrong for safety lane 4. Receiver low gain for Kittle. He gets 32 yards. Oh, we were hoping to see him go to the house in that one. The charismatic tight end for the 49ers gets it down to the 18-yard line. And it's a 1st and 10 for the Rams at the Seattle 18. 2 tights, 2 wide, 1 running back. 4-3 blitz shown by the defense. Looking past Jared Cook. Defense gets his pass. Defender -3 or +4. I believe the right linebacker was blitzing, and he was there in cover. He was responsible for the coverage. So it's 4 yards. 2nd and 6. 27-8. Need a touchdown here. He'll probably go for 2. Looking past Jared Cook. Nobody there, but gets correctly. 6 is complete for 7 on Mahomes' card. And it's a 1st down for the Rams at the Seattle 7. His coaches play so quickly. 1st and goal for the 7. Gus Edwards, the running back again. 2 tights, 2 wides, 1 running back. Defense showing blitz. He's brought a lot of safety blitz. It's been effective. Off tackle to Gus. My card or your card? My card is box cards. 12. Touchdown. Gus Edwards on the +8. It's a 7-yard run. Makes it 27-14. 13-point deficit right now. So you think he goes for 2 to cut it to 11. But you never know. Guys play this differently. So he goes for 2. I figured he would, but full house. And these carries will not count against Gus. And Marlon Mack is in there as well. And Patrick Mahomes is pretty good, last I heard, when it comes to throwing the football. Full house versus the 4-3 blitz. Exciting game here. Short pass to George Kittle gets wrong. Receiver +71. Nathan says, can I save some of that for next time? As this only needed 2 yards. But he converts the 2-point conversion, 27-16. And the Rams kick it off. Kick goes 9 yards deep into the end zone. And now let's see if Nathan can, as be a touchback, see if Nathan can get something out of his defense, which has just not been able to get off the field since maybe the Seahawks' first possession. I'd have to check that possession chart, but it's been very difficult. As a matter of fact, it's been punt, touchdown, 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 touchdown. So no exaggeration there. and the Rams have got to do better. But look, the good news is you get one stop, and you get a score. Now it's a one-score game. So it's a stop and a score. Let's get the stop first here. So you get a little more aggressive when it comes to blitzing, keying, double teaming, flooding, trying to do something because nothing's working. And Dennis might read that and look and possibly throw a bomb to Fuller. Who knows? Somewhere in here. I should say Dennis might anticipate that. But you can do great with the running and flat passing, mixing in some short passing. Russell's been sharp. Now we have a slight delay. Could be something in the Crowley household. Could be something work related. There's 8:44 on the left coast. Off tackle right to Mike Davis. Defense calls pass. Short game for Davis, 14 yards. And it's just been play after play, you know. Dennis is doing a great job here. Peppering the flats. Short pass, Will Fuller. Defense calls pass. There's a dump off incomplete. This is okay, good. We got one play here. Now let's get one. Let's back it up. That was a 7-0. Cordy Glenn versus DJ Reader. 2nd and 10. Mike Davis in there. Short pass, Will Fuller gets wrong. Only 3 men there. But 5, the old dreaded 5 in the passing game. You don't see that too often. It's incomplete. So it's 3rd and 10. Nathan, I've been in this position. And you say to yourself, come on, one time. Give me one stop here. I was down 27-8. Now it's 27-16. I got 3rd and 10, late third quarter. Give me one stop here, and I can get back in this game. And let's see if he gets it. 3rd and 10 for the Hawks. Blocking back, halfback, pistol. This could be an end run Russell Wilson situation for Dennis. If he gets 9 yards at an offensive onside end, he'd be at his own 48 and have a 4th and 1 that he could go for. Defense goes 4-1-6. I am daring you to run and run Russell Wilson. That there will be received, my friend. Or it could be off tackle with Davis if he thinks he's going to avoid the looking. But this is going to be a running play. I'd be surprised if it's not. Could be something in the flat. Long pass, Will Fuller. Nobody there, but defense guessed correctly. They bring guys, snake guys, incomplete. A white die too, so it would not have been first down anyway. But then it says, I'm going to anticipate Nathan bringing these guys up and take a shot, and it's incomplete. Dennis isn't shy, that's for sure. And out comes Trey Way, no way. 47-yard punt. Looks like it'll be down to about the 47-77, 14-yard line, 86. But Desmond King got a touchdown on 3. I forgot about that. That is on 16-yard line. Desmond King. Oh, my game crashed. Don't do that to me, Stratomatic. Oh, the humanity. Well, I wonder if Desmond King is trotting into the end zone right now. I think I can just do a watch game here. Spell mode on. 60677. And with these guys, we probably missed several plays. Oh, there was no touchdown, but Nathan's got 1st and 10 at his own 27. So let's assume we got like a fair catch on like an 11-yard completion or something. 1:48 to go. He trails 27-16. Should have been Adam Thielen. Full house blitz on, but no safety. Receiver gets right. 11 yards and a first down to Thielen. The Dakota product. I forget which school. 1st and 10. I think he's from one of the Dakota schools. 1st and 10 for the Rams at their own 38. Long pass, George Kittle gets incorrectly. Mahomes looking deep, 12, incomplete. Patrick Mahomes with 14 long pass throwing unit, throwing to George Kittle. Defended by a 4, I believe, or maybe by a 5. The safety is a 4. And Nathan really wanted to hit that one. They're both 4s. Both safeties are 4s. Defense showing blitz, 2nd and 10. What a huge possession this is in this semifinal playoff game to make the Super Bowl. 2 tight ends, 2 wide running back, short pass, Adam Thielen. 3 men there. Defense double teams elsewhere. Picked off 2-6. Mahomes guard picked off by Prince Amukamara. Oh, at the Seattle 46-yard line. And he runs it back 10 yards into Ram territory. And that really hurts the Rams. That really hurts the Rams because that was a possession where they get a score, they're only down by 1. And then out of it by any stretch of the imagination, you got a full quarter football to play. If they hold Dennis to a field goal or to nothing, maybe get a turnover back. Off like a right by Davis. Loose ball fumble. The Rams are covered after a 3-yard fumble for Davis. Oh, my stars and garters. Mike Davis with a minimum of 3.0. He fumbles after gaining 3. The first thing he's done wrong all year, probably. And the Rams get the ball right back. So much for that. First and 10, they're on 41, 18 seconds to go. Defense showing blitz. They got a blitz there. Oh, off tackle draw to Gus Edwards. Nobody there. Offensive onside in 7-2. George Kittle laying the wood for 7 yards. And we're in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 3. So excited to call games with these guys. They play quickly. The offenses are good. They mix it up. Nathan likes to take the deep shots. Dennis is blitzing heavily against that offensive line. Flat pass right to Cooper Kupp. Defense double teaming elsewhere. Receiver gets right, incomplete for Cooper. I hate to see that. He's one of my guys. Come on, Cooper. You can get that 5 plus 3. 3rd and 3 for the Rams. 4-3 blitz coming from the defense. You know Nathan wants to challenge him, but he's got Gus Edwards. I think we'll see some sort of flat pass. I'm going to look and pass. Looking past someone, not Kittle. Looking past to a non-Kittle. Maybe it's one of the wideouts because he doesn't think Dennis will double team. Looking past Adam Thielen, perhaps. Long pass, George Kittle. Defense blitzing, though, with the safety. But Mahomes stands in tough against the blitz. It was 1-61 sack, 70 no sack, 9 plus 29. From Mahomes to George Kittle. First down Rams at the Seattle 23. I just realized my animation was off, and now it's back on. Defense showing blitz again. 14 minutes to go in the semifinal. Look at Barrett Cook. Nobody there, but guess correctly. 10 is completed. The defense called 20 yards and a first down for the Rams at the Seattle 3-yard line. Oh, Nelly. First and goal, Rams at the Seattle 3. They're trailing 27-16. We got the quarter football to play. Play action to George Kittle. Mahomes to Kittle. Touchdown, Rams, 27-22. And if he's going to go for 2 probably and try to make it a field goal game. There's been a ton of 2-point conversions this game. And here comes another try. Full house. Gus Edwards, Marlon Mack, Trey Madden. Adam Thielen, split left. George Kittle, the tight end. Aaron right, Marlon Mack. Defense gets around, but nobody there. 6 is 5 yards. 2-point conversion successful. 27-24, ladies and gentlemen. What a ball game we got here. 12:54 to go. In the contest, Seattle leads 27-24. Kickoff, who knows what happened, but they have it their own 38. Stratomatic does not show us sometimes. And Mike Davis is in there. He's got a little on carries, I bet. Oh, 9 and fatigued. What do I know? He's got plenty of carries, considering. He's got enough carries. How about that? Tremendous run to Kyle Juszczyk. He's been picking on those outside linebackers and continues to 10 plus 15 from Wilson to Juszczyk. So following a good kick return, Dennis is across midfield in one play. The 15-yard completion from Wilson to Juszczyk. And Nathan saying, you know what, let me just keep it out of the end zone somehow. So I get at least one possession here where I can tie or take the lead. Looking past Eric Ebron, gets incorrectly. 7 is complete for 9 yards. And Seattle's in the Ram 38, threatening again. How many yards does Dennis's offense have this game? At this rate, it's going to be close to 500. At 364. I did take this rate. Linebacker Russell Wilson on 2nd and 1. Gains 3 yards and saves a carry from Mike Davis. First down, Seattle at the Ram 35. 11:06 to go. Seahawks leading 27-24, looking for more. Turnover would be huge. Nathan says turnover. Just let me keep him in the end zone. We see Harrison Butker out there. I got a chance. Blocking back halfback, Mike Davis. Yeah, Mike Kyle Juszczyk's done a lot of good things today. Doug Baldwin, haven't seen his name in a while. Could be a short pass for him coming down the stretch. Off tackle left to Mike Davis. Successful run key. Blocking back +1 for Juszczyk. But that would have been also only +1. Okay, but +1. Nathan will take it. 2nd and 9. His defense defending his final 34 yards of territory. Pistol formation. No Pistol Pete out there. Razzle dazzle. 2nd and 9. Seahawks at the Ram 34. 10:30 to go. Blocking back pistol versus the 4-3. Fuller, Baldwin, Ebron. Flat pass left, Mike Davis, 2-minute zone. 7 incomplete. It was a Watai 6-2. A very clutch, timely flooding of the flat pass zone by the Rams. And it's 3rd and 9 for the Hawks at the Ram 34. Dennis will go for certain 4th downs. It was in a situation like this as well. If he can't gain a few more, it's only 2-5 for the long field goal for Harrison Butker. The mighty Dan Thorauer checking in on the stream. Hey, Dan, slack me if my voice sounds okay. If everything's coming through okay, I mean. I feel like it is. I bought a new headset a couple months back. I use the same model headset all the time, but they run out. They kind of break and get weak every few months. I buy a new one. Not too expensive. 3rd and 9, a little bit, but whatever. Sounds good. 3rd and 9. Long pass, Will Fuller. Nobody there. Defense gets correctly. Double teaming elsewhere. Third and 9 settle at the round 34. Defender looks a long game. Full go by 5. 6 would be a touchdown. Otherwise, Nathan's got a big chance. Full looks up and looks like he get it. Incomplete. The animation enhancing the drama. 5 and a 5. Marshawn Lattimore. And on 4th and 9, Dennis is going to go for it. Doesn't want to try the 2-5 field goal. That would only put him up by 6 and give Nathan the ball at the 41 if he misses it. And he's likely to miss it. So he's going to go for it, which is the right move, I guess. So you punt it, probably get a touchback and get 14 yards of field position. Walking back, halfback, pistol formation. Dennis, it's a dime 4 and 6. Dennis likes to go 3 wide here normally. Says he wants to avoid the double-double, but it's not what he's doing here. He's going to run it. There's a 6 back there. There's 2 6s back there. Not just passing, but I mean for run as well. Desmond King is apparently a 76. Yes. Nathan's dime 4-1-6. What a game this has been. What a game, and still some game here remaining before us. 9:54 to go. He's got a couple of possessions out of this. And quarterback is my prediction to the left. But he knows that 6 might come up there. And now it's the Rams' turn to think. It's okay to take your time in these spots. It's not Tom Cook, 2nd and 8 in the second quarter. Short pass, Eric Ebron. Successful double team. Russell threads the needle on the successful double team on his own card. Oh, my goodness. And you know that Dennis is smiling from ear to ear when he sees that. He sees 4th and 9 and 34. He needs a completion. A successful double team, and Russell threads the needle on his own card. Dennis likes to see that. Nathan says, you got to be freaking kidding me. I needed that one. First, not even a dump off. Could kill him a straight double team. 1st and 10 for the Hawks at the Rams 21. Nathan's seen it all, so we all have. Emma left to Russell Wilson. Snake Eyes, 26-yard touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Those 2 plays will go down in Stratomatic Russell Wilson lore for Dennis Crowley. The double team completion on 4th and 9, followed by the M-run quarterback, Snake Eyes, 21-yard touchdown. Now Bucker kicks the extra point. It's 34-24. And Nathan says, God damn it, now I'm against it. Oh, it hurts so much in these playoff games. When you have a good team and you have a chance, and here you're 1 game from the Super Bowl. And the kick goes into the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams will come out. And they've been hot on offense. How long can they keep it up? Short game, Gus Edwards gets them off to a good start for 13 yards. You feel like, against Dennis particularly, Russell with 6 unfatigued left, Gus Edwards, rather, with 6 unfatigued left. Against Dennis particularly, I feel like Shrubis, Cooper Kupp, even blitzing 2, 8 incomplete on Mahomes card. You start to feel like, all right, I'm not going to win this game. After what just happened, you're still trying, but you get that feeling like, oh, this is not gonna work out. 9 minutes to go. After what just happened, those 2 plays, you had a chance. 2nd and 10, and you start to feel that way. You get hunches, you get inclinations. Off tackle left, Josh Adams gets wrong. Defensive onside guard, 5-0, and he only 4 would be the play. Kyle Long, now retired, 3rd and 5 for the Rams at the Seahawk. 43, 7:30 to go. Flat pass left, Marquise Goodwin. Receiver incomplete. That hurts. And Nathan will probably go for it here, I think. 4th and 5. His own 43, 7-12 left. He's got Mahomes. If I punt it, no, he's going to go for it. 3 wide, 1 halfback. Marlon Mack in the game. Dennis won't show blitz here. Touch an advantage to that linebacker 6 here with Bobby Wagner. Shutting down 1/3 of those flat zones to a degree. Everyone knows you watch for the bomb here, but would he really try a bomb here? I think you'll see a short pass. Maybe Kittle. Thinking Dennis will double team Goodwin. You're throwing to Thielen a fair amount. Maybe Dennis keeps the safety home. I'm up by 10 points. Let me avoid the long gain. Make him take a couple extra minutes if he's going to score. I don't know. A lot of things to think about here. 3 wide, 1 halfback. Nathan's got his plan. Let's go. This game started under an hour ago. Action per second for the listeners, that's for sure. Action-packed. Best left out of field, successful double team by Dennis. He needs him. Holmes gets the double team completion on the flat pass. 8 yards. It's okay. Not quite the exact situation. It was a 4th down, but the other one was more of an impact in the overall game at that point. And he's still down by 10, but he says, I'll take it. Long pitch, Jack Cook, another successful double team by Dennis. That's incomplete. Second down and 10. 6:18 to go. Defense showing blitz. Dennis, you're not going to be shy blitzing this team because the offense of the pass block is not great, and Mahomes' the receiving targets are great. So if you stand around, you're gonna suffer. So left tackle draw to Gus Edwards. Offensive onside guard, 5-0. He's one of those big gets 5 yards on Austin Blythe. He had one of those bigger Gus numbers there. 11 plus 26 or anything on his card, like plus 8, plus 9, all those numbers. 3 wide and a half back. Gus picking the one pass. George Kittle with nobody there, covered by 4, but down goes Mahomes on the straight pass rush from Danico Autry. He's had a pretty good year for Dennis over Matt Skura, and that's a huge sack because now it's 4th and 16. And the Rams, despite being down 10, they're going to punt it at from their own 45. Coffin corner punt, 53 yards. And that will make it to the corner. Out of bounds at the 7. 5:06 to go. Dennis takes over. 1st and 10, his own 11. Leading by 10, looking to make the Super Bowl again. There's an off tackle for Mike Davis, gains 6 yards. 4:30 to go. As Joe Namath said late in Super Bowl 3, run that clock, Lord. He looked up at the scoreboard, it's 16-7. And Johnny, you was doing some things for the Colts. Off tackle left to Mike Davis. Defense guesses correctly, -1. So 3rd and 5. Nathan's still alive. He can force the punt, preferably after this play. He's got Desmond King back there. Dennis seems to forget the Coffin corner at times. Perhaps his only flaw as a coach. 3rd and 5. That's not a bad one. If that's your only, if I only have one flaw, that's not a bad one to have. I occasionally Coffin corner. 3rd and 5 for the Hawks at their own 16. Dime 4 and 6. Short pass, Doug Baldwin. 4 men there. Must run for Russell Wilson. 13 yards. 1st down. Up at his own 29. The Rams are in big trouble now. Only about 3 minutes left. I'm trying to look and see. I guess I'll wait to the end of the game. How Dennis, if it's been 4 straight years, 5 years, 3 years, whatever number this is, defensive tackle +3, +17. The tackle makes the play. Larry Ogunjobi makes it 2nd and 7. Sales at their own 32, 2:42 to go. They need to turn over something. Off tackle left to Mike Davis. Gains 4 yards. 10-42 for Mr. Davis. Nathan calls his first time out. 2:24 to go. Means he's planning on calling another one at 2:06. Playing for the onside kick at this point. Showpins will Fuller guessed incorrectly. 3 men there. Defender extra incomplete. And it's incomplete. Broken up by Marshawn Lattimore. So Nathan's got a chance. Here comes the punt. Again, not out of bounds. And Desmond King has got, I believe, a touchdown on 3. 35-yard punt. And I don't know. But it doesn't get a chance to return it. Dennis gets away with him there. 7-yard bounce goes 42 yards. Got to kick out of bounds there, Dennis. I give Dennis advice. He's much more successful than I am. But I've talked about that. He just forgets to do it sometimes. First and 10 for the Rams at their own 24. 2 minutes to go. Short pass, Cooper Kupp. Picked off 2 to 5, incomplete. Dennis has the good pass defense cards. 1:52 to go. So here's what you need. The Rams have got 2 timeouts. They need a score, an onside kick, and another score. And one of those scores has to be a touchdown. Doesn't matter which one they get first. Just matters that they get both of them. 2nd and 10. Defense goes nickel. Gus Edwards is in there. Only 1:52 to go. Gus not very good at the end run. There's a draw for Gus. Gains 6 yards on his own card. Sets up 3rd and 4. 1:30 to go. It says 1:20. I don't think Nathan's kicker is that great. I'm not positive. Off tackle left to Gus gets incorrectly. Dreaded 5. Oh, you hate that. 1:30 to go. Running the ball, trying to get a short gain or a double box or a sexy plus 26. Dreaded 5 for +1 on one of the better cards of the set. Gives you 4th and 3 for the Rams at their own 29. We're about a month away from the new cards. 1:07 to go. He's got 2 timeouts. The guy Gus Edwards back in there again. Dennis going nickel 3-3-5. Off tackle to Gus. You can't get this. 10 is 7 yards. Still splitting the needle between the short gain and the plus 26. I had a lot of luck against him when I played him as well. He was not hitting the good numbers on Gus. He does have 13 carries for 85 yards, but he had a lot of good opportunities. Spiking the ball there is Mahomes. 2nd and 10, the Rams still at their own 36. Still quite a bit of ways to go here. We have to try and pop a deep one. Who knows? Dennis might sit back with 2 deep. Might blitz. Marlon Mack checks in. I'm in a shotgun formation. Should be Adam Thielen. Defense double teaming elsewhere. Only 3 men there. He needs a completion. Instead, Mahomes goes down yet again. That's about the 6th sack or so. Mario Addison off the right end, going past Jason Spriggs, who I think is a former NFL second-round pick who has not panned out. Certainly wasn't a 2nd-round pick in this league. A few rounds left of that, open up for a flyer. But that he was a 4 and 8. That's got a sack. 3rd and 16. 45 seconds left. Rams at their own 30. Almost famously converted, I think, that 3rd and 15 in the Super Bowl. It was 3rd and 15, wasn't it? Late in the game to Tyreek Hill. Then the left hash, I believe. Defenders nowhere to be seen. Tyreek's just so ridiculously fast. Short pass, George Kittle. 3rd and 16. Defender next to a short gain. He beats the 4 for 12 yards as Dennis was dropping deep. And that's called last time out. 4th and 4. His own 42. 37 seconds left. No timeouts remaining. Now you got to be thinking, well, you get the first down, first of all. He can't run the ball. Gus here. He's got Gus in the game. He can't really catch. And he stinks of the end run. So you should get him out of there. You have Mahomes in there for the end run if you wanted to run it. Mahomes in there, but there's the end run. And we're left Patrick Mahomes defense gets his pass 7 to 6 yards. He does not get out of bounds. So he'll be spiking it here. But his own 48 he's had some opportunities for short gains or something better than that here in these final 2 minutes, and he's just not gotten the role to make that happen. He's getting +6, +5, dreaded 5 on Gus. So he's sitting there in his own 48 still. Oh, he did get a bounce. They'll die wrong. One pass, Adam Thielen, 2-man incomplete. Now 22 seconds left. Touchdown, onside kick, 20 yards, field goal. That's what you're looking at. So you need to get into scoring range on this play. You need like 20 yards at least on this play. So I see him probably go deep again. Maybe throw short to Kittle. I don't know what his kicker is like on the long range, but you have to be scoring with 15 seconds left. One pass, Marquise Goodwin, incomplete, and that's basically the game. 3rd down and 10, 15 seconds left. Look at it this way: if he scores a touchdown this play, then he does an onside kick with 8 seconds left. He's going to get a Hail Mary touchdown. So basically, it's not over yet. But touchdown this play or it's over. 3rd and 10 for the Rams. They're on 48, 15 seconds left. The down distance doesn't even matter. Long pass, Marquise Goodwin not being double teamed, but 2 men there. 7 incomplete on Mahomes' card. 8 was the long gain. 4th and 10 with 8 seconds to go. And the Seattle Seahawks. Mahomes 17 of 35, 202. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Beleaguered by the Seahawks pass rush. And great job by Nathan with his team this year, going 11-5. getting to the semifinals. Played a real good game today against Dennis. Had a lot of problems with Dennis's offense in the first half, particularly, I guess, for most of the game. And that pass incomplete. Crowley will take a knee. And congratulations again. How many times have we said it? To Dennis Crowley, who does not like being called the best coach out there. Fine. Prefers being called one of the best. Well, doesn't like being called the best coach out there. He accepts it if I say he's one of the best. So, but the proof is in the pudding, and the man just does a tremendous job year in and year out. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th straight Super Bowl appearance for Dennis Crowley's Seattle Seahawks in SSFA. He won one back in 2009 over the Giants, probably over Renee Condrat. Oh, no, probably over Mike Kuduk, I believe, in SSFA. And then the last 4 years, he had made it, but he hasn't won it. Now, the last 3 years, 10-6, 10-6, 9-7. It's not even the best regular season. This time, 16-0. Let's not forget about that. He made 5 straight Super Bowls. He's 18-0. He's got a chance to be the first man to go 19-0 into MIFA or SSFA. I think he might have already done it in the SAMSFA. He's done it in Northern Wind, where he didn't lose a game for like 2 years or something like that. Last year, lost 27-20 to Tony. 2 years ago, lost in double overtime, 2017 to Tony. The year before, lost 27-21 to Ed, so it's not like he's getting blown out in these games. And he's Dennis. We all know what a great coach he is. So tonight, you got the Kansas City Chiefs, led by Dan Morin, at Minnesota. Tony two times going for 3. What a storyline we are developing here. Can Tony make his 3rd straight Super Bowl, pursuing his 3rd straight championship against the same man that he's beaten the last 2 years, but in close fashion? The one and only Dennis Crowley? Or will Dan Morin crash the party and make his first SSFA Super Bowl and try and take on Mr. Crowley? That's going to happen tonight at 9 p.m., between 9 and 9:20, I've been told. Possibly 9:30. I was told 9 and 9:20, but Tony might be 15 minutes late. So whatever that means, there will be a game tonight. And I'm going to guess it's between 9 and 9:35. Dan Thorne with a great line. Dennis is at least in the top 2 coaches, but I don't know who the other one is. That is a great line. That is so true. Let's see if Dennis comes on. Theoretically, a workday, but I'm going to mute for one moment while I asked Dennis if he's going to come on. That's a nice way to start your morning. It's 9:12 a.m. on the West Coast, and you just took your 16-0 team, won a tough playoff game, 34-24, against a good team who did a good job. And now you get to have the rest of your day from 9:12 a.m. Let's see what I heard from. Oh, no. I asked Dan Thorne if he's coming on. I meant to ask Dennis Crowley. Let me try again. Hold on, guys. I stalled for time. So there he is. Well.
Howdy.
The man, the myth, the legend, Dennis Crowley. How you doing?
Good. So that was an entertaining one.
Nice way to start the morning, right?
For sure.
The trip to the Super Bowl against that was a great game to watch. It was very exciting, a lot of fun. And I'm sure tense for you in the fourth quarter when you get to that spot when it's 27-24. You've got 4th and 8 or 9 at the Rams 34-35. You gotta go for it there. The field goal is only 2-5. Even if you make it, you're only up by 6. He missed it. He's got the ball at the 41. And who comes through?
Russell Wilson.
From the University of Wisconsin via North Carolina State.
Whole pack of Badgers.
The man traded up for Robert Quinn, who Dennis Crowley's favorite quarterback, the favorite son, the longtime Seal here, Russell Wilson, threading the needle on the short pass right, double team on his own card, calls his own number the next play, the end run. I said, oh my God, Dennis, if there was a happy check, this one goes to 11, as they say in Spinal Tap.
Exactly. That was a nice sequence. I'll tell you that much. And then you had the what was it, a pick, and then right away I fumbled it back. That was a crazy sequence too on Mike Davis on a minimal fumble number.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it's a good thing you brought that up because I was saying during the broadcast that at that moment it's like, okay, Nathan's down 10, but it's like late third quarter. He's got the ball at his own 40. Now he's got a chance. Like, let me score, make this a one score game. And now Dennis is going to feel some pressure. And he throws the pick. And I'm like, oh, no, pick. But then Mike Davis fumbles on a 3.0 on the very next play. So, and then sure enough, Nathan did come down and get a touchdown there. So, talk about we were talking last night and I think earlier in the week about Nathan's offense and how difficult that offense is to stop. And we were talking about the pass rush to try to blitz him. You were heavily blitzing him with the safety and some linebackers in the first half, having a lot of success with that. Coming into the game, did you have a defensive game plan? What was your approach coming in?
Well, I don't know if you noticed this, but right away I changed my starting defensive ends because usually my starters are like Brett Urban, who's a 5'1", and Derek Wolfe, who's a 5'2". But when you have the type of runners that Nathan has, where they're not effective and run, but are great off tackle and linebacker, well, the defensive end readings don't come into play that much. So I switched him out to my normal third down package. So Addison came in at right end, and Matt Juden came into left end, and I just started those guys the whole time. So that way, when I blitzed, instead of having like 2 50-50 sack chances, I had 4 50-50 sack chances. With the asterisk pass rusher and everything.
And I think each of those guys had a first half sack. Addison had a big one down the stretch. I think on the third and long, he might have been in the game there anyway. But certainly they were there, and you were bringing the safety blitz and one linebacker at times. Other times keeping the safety back, bringing a couple of linebackers, and playing cat and mouse there. You did, you were blitzing specifically into those off tackle zones when Josh Adams was in the game because he does have a pretty good off tackle rolling column, and that helped you a couple of times. It kind of felt like Gus Edwards never really got going and made his mark on the game. He did okay on one drive. Did you kind of feel?
Missed the last part of your question. Did I feel what?
It kind of felt to me like Gus Edwards never really got going and never really left his mark on the game. He did have one pretty good drive in the second half, but given the opportunities he had, I know his final stats were pretty good. Did you feel like Gus could have done more damage?
Oh, for sure. And then I was lucky a couple of times when it was the dreaded 5 came up with, that's the old +1 for Gus, guess wrong. So I thought like I'd have to do like half the times that he was running with Edwards and Adams, I'd either have to guess right or have a man in the zone. He used the draws really well, but I just think he rolled a little bit off than what he usually does. Usually you're getting, in the games Nathan won this year, Edwards almost always went over 100 yards, and Adams today, he barely ran a handful of times and didn't really get that much in. So,
yeah, late in the game, you told me once, and I had to double check this guy's card to remember this. You told me recently that you have a tendency to forget to punt the ball out of bounds. And I think you were up 10, and with like 3 minutes left or something, you punted to Desmond King. You punted away. He's got a touchdown at 3. I was like, Dennis, what are you doing? I was like, punted out of bounds. You're winning by 10 points, like 3.5 minutes left. Did you think about punting out of bounds? There was a punt somewhere there, 3 minutes, or did it just slip your mind? I think he actually has both of his backs have got a touchdown at 3. Did it just slip your mind?
Not necessarily. I just didn't think it made a difference at that point with
Okay.
two scores, and I wanted to get as deep as possible to make him use as many carries as he could.
Okay, so it was a deliberate strategy. Okay, interesting. I was wondering about that because you told me once or twice before. Sometimes you forget to punt that about. So I was wondering if that happened.
No, I was aware of it, but yeah.
Okay. Well, if you do it well, theoretically, if that is a coaching floor, that's not a bad floor to have. If your only coaching floor is I occasionally forget to punt that out of bounds, that's not a bad one to have. I need to work on that. So, but this time you didn't forget. You did it on purpose, and it worked out fine. So, but yeah. So now we got the big deal. So storylines galore here, Dennis. Number one, 5 straight Super Bowls for your club. You did win a Super Bowl in this league back in 2009, so it's not like you never won the title of this team. And you've won a multitude of titles across the Stratomatic online football spectrum. So that's not an issue, okay? You're not the Buffalo Bills here, okay? 2 straight against Tony. 27-20 last year, 2017 in double overtime 2 years ago. 18-0, Seattle Seahawks. Now you got Kansas City versus Minnesota tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, possibly as late as 9:35 Eastern. I will be calling that game. All right. Are we going to see third straight matchup, Seattle versus Minnesota? That is unbelievable. That is amazing that could happen. Are we going to see a guy going for his 3rd straight championship, taking on an undefeated team that's made 5 straight Super Bowls and has won a lot of titles across the spectrum?
I'm guessing you want to make sure you call that one, right?
Well, I'll try to. I guess, yeah. Even my Dungeons and Dragons will have to wait for that, Dennis. Will Dan Morin spoil the party? The 11-5 Chiefs is a good club. I played that club on Monday. That was a very good game. He's certainly capable of beating Minnesota and/or Seattle. Will he spoil the party? Nothing against Dan. Nothing against the Chiefs, but seeing a guy go for 3 straight titles against an undefeated team that he's played twice before, that has won 4 straight, that has been in now 5 straight Super Bowls, that would be one storyline. That would be a hell of a storyline. So Dan's going to look to upset the apple cart tonight against the Vikings, and I know you'll face whoever you face. So I got to ask you this: Tony's a great guy. We all love Tony. Having lost twice in a row to Tony, would you like him to crack at Tony, or you feel like I really don't have a preference?
I really don't know. Let me look to see which ones I faced in the regular season.
I'll tell you this much: you did not lose to either of them.
Yes, you're right. No, I actually played them both in the first quarter. So
okay.
Yep. I'm good with with either one. It should be a good one.
You gonna go back and review the game film?
I don't have game film, but I'll look at the box scores. So
because you may need to work on some of your formations there, because in the animation, Dennis, when you would run end run left, Kyle Juszczyk was running to the right in the animation. So I don't know. I don't know if that was by design.
That was intentional. No, that was intentional. That was a misdirection. Totally get the shifting this way and then going back that way.
You were chipping the guy in pursuit, I believe, or something like that. So
yeah,
you have 420. Yeah, you have 426 yards of offense after you punted to start the game. On your first possession, then you went touchdown, and it just seemed like running the ball, flat passing. You were targeting those outside linebackers. You seemed to mix up everything really well. Russell played really brilliantly, I thought. Well, the final number was 19 of 30, but when it mattered, he seemed to really come through for the team. Not only those big 2 plays in the fourth quarter, but when you were building up your lead, he was very crisp. He was hitting his short pass wrongs. He was getting 7 yards on the flat pass right. I thought he played a strong game.
Oh, for sure, definitely. So,
the stats don't always tell the story. So
yeah, that was
so what's
great.
on tap now?
I got to get back to work, so
that's right.
Talk to you soon, and thanks for taking care of it. That's pretty awesome. Pretty cool.
Thanks for coming. I'll be calling tonight's game too. All right, Dennis, take care. All right, bye. All right, guys, this is Tom. It's the end of the broadcast. Not even 12:30 Eastern. 78 minutes. Yeah, the game played and post-game commentary. That's about a half for me, 70 minutes. So, all right. Congratulations to Dennis. Nathan did a great job, too. It was a really good game. Nathan was very competitive, could have been right there. Has a good team. He'll be back in the future. with Mahomes and in any league in which he decides to go for it that year. Because if he's going for it, he's in the mix, and otherwise he's at the top of the draft. So that's not a bad way to do it. And Dennis seems to be there almost every year in every league, and he's going for his second SSFA title. It is his fifth consecutive SSFA Super Bowl appearance. He's lost the first four. That's crazy. Both of those things are crazy. Just to make 5 straight is crazy, and to lose 4 straight is crazy. And now he's 18-0. He won't mind those 4 losses, I don't think, if he can cap it off with a 19-0 championship. And it'll be either Dan Lorne or Tony 2 times tonight. 9 to 9:30 Eastern is kickoff. I'll be calling that one. All right, guys, take care. Great game. Bye-bye.